All right, well, welcome everyone. I am Jill Brooks and and I am your yoga teacher tonight. So tonight is a new beginning for me and for you. We have lots of new beginnings in our lives. Every breath we take is a new beginning if it comes right down to it. And today is a special new beginning for me because it's the first time I'm teaching as an official yoga instructor. So thank you for being here for that. And it's also a new beginning for you because it's your first time with me as your teacher. So new experiences are both scary and exciting. Today we're going to go for more exciting rather than scary, I hope. But thank you for being part of my journey. And again, we're going to go for exciting, right? So new experiences take courage and humility. The courage to step out there and do something new, and the humility to accept that it may not quite work the way that you thought it would or the way you wanted it to. And that's okay. You can be okay with that. Oh, and there's a cat doing yoga with us. Also a new experience for me. I guess that's Eileen's photo. Very cool. So it takes a while sometimes to find a groove, but you figure it out. You find that. And these days we're all going through lots of new beginnings. We've got work from home, a new school year with new challenges there for a lot of folks. We've got an upcoming election. This is a new moon. I've been watching the phases of the moon as I take my dog for walks in the morning. And I guess overnight tonight will be a new moon. So that's also a regular new beginning. And then in my house, my husband is looking for a new job, but he is also restarting his own business. And both of those take such huge courage and humility. And so I'm kind of watching that unfold in my own home. But my dog is the best. For her, everything is a new beginning, even if she's done it a million times. And, that's going for a walk or seeing a squirrel or mealtime. It's all so exciting, especially when I come home after being gone, whether that's for, 4 hours or 5 minutes. It's new and exciting. And for her, it's always exciting and rarely scary. So we can all learn a lot from that. And she also spends her whole life being courageous and humble. She saves us daily from the mailman, the delivery people in the neighborhood, the yard crews. And she acts like it's just no big deal to just protect us so well. So in today's yoga class, we want that same exuberance and courage and humility that my dog exhibits. We may encounter some new poses that require courage or humility, and you'll figure out what works for you in those poses. And you've already had the courage to come to a new class and try a new instructor. And for that, I am humbly grateful. So take a good seat. That's a good manual inner rotation of your thighs. Sit forward on your blankets. That's the word, blankets, to move forward on your sit bones. Close your eyes and take your thoughts inward. When you have courage and humility, your heart opens and you find your true nature, which is joy. So focus on your breath. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, exhale, cleansing breath. Inhale to Om. Om. And flutter your eyes open. Come to hands and knees, pad as you wish. Oh, and you will need blocks today and maybe a strap. And there's Dr. Dan for whatever that's worth. So we're going to start with cat and cow. Good stretch of our backs, our spine, our hips. So round, arch into cow, round into cat, exhaling on cat, inhaling on cow, and just move around as you wish in your cats and cows. Make it as big or small as you like. Just stretch out. Kind of work through your day here. I know I spend my whole day sitting on a chair. It's good to stretch after a whole day sitting. So next time you come to center, pause, and we're going to curl to your right, and I'm going to be mirroring you here today. So on the exhale, curl to your right, kind of looking past your arm to your right foot. Inhale to center, exhale, curl to the left, and continue to do that at your own pace, inhaling on center, exhaling to the sides. Next time you come to center, pause. Extend your right foot out behind you, toes on the mat. Good stretch of your Achilles and your calf. Nice stretch for your toes and your foot too. And pause and lift your right leg from your thigh, lift it up to hip height. Extend the opposite arm, stretch it out. And on an inhale, bring your elbow and knee to meet in the center. Exhale, extend. Oh, I've got that backwards, sorry. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come to center. Inhale, extend. Exhale, center. And set them down. Change feet. Extend your left foot out. Stretch it out. Lift your leg up, starting from your inner thigh. Lift it to hip height. Extend your opposite arm. Stretch it out. On an exhale, come to center. Elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come to center. Inhale, extend. One more, come to center. Exhale and set them down. Now kickstand your left foot to the side. Extend your right leg out long on your mat. Stack your hips, stack your shoulders. Your wrist should be directly under your shoulder. Stretch your arm up and kind of do a slight back bend here. Again, we're stretching out our day. And then exhale, release. Switch sides to kickstand. Let's see. I'm going to go this way. Kickstand your other foot. Extend long on the mat. Stacking your hips and your shoulders. Extend your arm above you and stretch it out. And breathe. Release. All right, we are going to do figure 4 on our backs. We're just going to do it lightly since we're just getting going for the day. So lay down on your back with your knees pointing the ceiling, feet on the floor. Cross your left foot over your right leg so that your left ankle is meeting your right knee. And reach forward and grab behind your thigh of your right leg. Flex both your feet and bring your leg towards you. You can push your left elbow against your left leg. Again, just do this gently since we're just getting going. And try to maintain your low back curve here. Release, switch feet. Your ankle is towards your knee. Grab your hamstring, flex your feet, and bring your thigh towards you. You can push your elbow against your thigh. That feels good. And just release the tension. Release. Let me figure out what we're doing next. Child's pose. Bring your knees wide apart, your big toes touching. Push back your hips towards your heels. Extend your arms long on the mat. And do an active child's pose with your fingers in front, lifted, scrunching up the mat. Release, come to standing. And stand with your feet hip width apart. Figure out where I want my paperwork here. Feet hip width apart. Connect the four corners of the feet, starting with the ball mound closest to the big toe. Press that down. Actively engage, lift the inner arch, tack down the inner heel, fan out to the baby toe ball mound, press that down. Pretend at least to energetically lift your outer arches and tack down your outer heel. You should feel your legs fully engaging with this. Stand well. Extend your toes out on the ground and reach to the sky. Open your courageous heart here. And forward fold. You can kind of swing back and forth, kind of get your legs stretched out here, wake them up a little bit. They don't know what they're about to encounter yet. And halfway up, extending your heart. Shrug your shoulders, lift the head of the arm bones back, and rise up. And forward fold again. Halfway up, inhale. Shrug your shoulders, hands on hips, shrug your shoulders, head of the arm bones back, and up. Lift your arms. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Move your weight into your left foot and lean to your right. For a good, pop my back a little bit there. For a crescent pose here. And you want to stay in as if you're in between two planes of glass. So you're in the same plane on your top and your bottom. Release, come up, switch hands. I kind of give a little tug first to raise up a little bit and lean to your left with your weight in your right foot and engage that left leg. I'm sorry, that would be your right leg so that your hip isn't bumping out. Rise up, bring your hands behind your back. And cross your hands, stand well, engage the four corners of the feet again, fold forward, bringing your arms up over your head to stretch out our shoulders here. Again, I spend the whole day behind a computer screen sitting, so all these shoulder stretches always feel great for me. Hopefully they do for you too. Release your arms to your back. Place your hands on your hips, halfway up, upside down letter L. Shrug your shoulders, lift the head of the arm bones back, and come up. All right, something that I enjoy doing, it's called paint the wall. This might be a new experience for you. Bring your feet wider than hip width apart and kind of angle your feet out towards the corners of your mat. Put your hands at like zombie hands. So your arms are straight out, but your hands are kind of drooping in front of you. Bending your knees, bring your hands up to the ceiling, and then bend your hands so your fingers are headed towards your head, pointed towards your head, and come down like you're painting a wall. Exhaling as you go. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Up and down. To me, this kind of wakes everything up. My shoulders, my back, my legs, my butt. We're catching everything here. And when you come to the top, stop, bring your feet back to directly under your hips, and let's do cactus arms. Oh, sorry for the sound effects there, guys. And release that for just a second. Kind of work it out a little bit and do it again. Okay, release. Stand well. Shift your weight into your right foot. Kickstand your left foot, and we're coming to tree. So place your foot on your favorite tree spot on your leg. Mine is at my calf. You might do it higher up to stay away from your knee. Hands to heart center. So nothing like a balance pose for some humility here, right? And grow your branches. So extend your courageous energy out to the world here. And press your foot against your leg and your leg against your foot to help you with your balance. And then we're gonna get kind of crazy here. Take your foot, your tree foot, and slide it into standing figure 4. Hands to heart center and sit into your figure 4. This is how I put my socks on in the morning, is a figure 4. So it's kind of, okay, release. And switch feet. Engage your left foot, kickstand your right foot, bring it to your favorite tree spot. Hands to heart center. Extend your branches, root down your foot, your standing foot. And then hands to heart center, bring your foot across your knee, opposite knee, and sit back for figure 4. It's a new beginning. My guess is this is a transition y'all haven't done before. Release. Down dog. Let's be exuberant down dogs here. So walk your dog as you like. You kind of get it crazy and do all kinds of extra dog positions here. I won't do some of the ones my dog does. They involve jumping up on beds and looking out of high windows. Next time you're kind of in a normal spot, pause and lift your left leg about hip height. Stack your hips. Extend your bend your leg, your left leg. Extend it back behind you, and you should be able to look under your right armpit and see your foot. Your hips are stacked here. And breathe. Bring it back down, set your foot down. Extend your right foot up about hip height. Stack your hips. Bend your right leg. Extend it back behind you. Again, you should be able to see your foot out from under your armpit, and then just release your head back again so that it's loose. And release. Child's pose. You can do active child's pose again, extending your hands out long on the mat and scrunching the mat up with your fingers. Come to stand at the front of your mat. Extend your right foot back for warrior two. Line your heel up with your arch of your right foot. Bend your left leg 90 degrees. Knee in line with the second and third toes and directly above your ankle. Extend your arms out, parallel to the ground, and breathe. Breathe with courage. When you have courage, you can take on the world. We're going to slide into warrior one, so pivot your foot with your heel up for a heel up warrior one. You might need to adjust your feet so they're closer or further apart. And then step up a little bit and balance up into warrior three. You can do whatever hand position you prefer here, whether that's hands at heart center, you can fly your courageous warrior, or you can extend him out. We're female warriors here, forward. My favorite is hands on at heart center. Send your foot back lightly to traditional warrior one. So again, your heel is in line with your back arch. Arms up, extend up for warrior one. Then bring your hands back behind your back. We're going down into humble warrior. So send your head down towards your front foot, raising your arms up over your back. And breathe. With humility, we bow down. I'm going to scissor your legs here. Release your hands, rise up, down dog. Again, you can be an exuberant dog here if you like, kind of stretching things out. Bring your right leg forward. Left leg, heel goes down. Rise up to warrior two. Let me switch around. Here we go. Warrior two, other side. So scissor your legs together. Knee in line with the second and third toes and directly above your ankle. pivot your foot and your body into warrior one with your heel up. Breathe, open, step forward, and rise into warrior three. Back foot is parallel with the ground, and your foot is flexed. Step back gently into warrior one, traditional warrior one, with your foot in line with the back edge of your mat, parallel to the back edge of your mat. Arms up. Bring them behind your back and cross your hands the opposite way that you did it last time, if you can remember that. Raise your arms up and bring your head down towards your front foot for humble warrior. Release your hands to your hips, root down to rise up. Down dog. And child's pose. We could do this one as just a resting child's pose after all that. Rise up and come to hero pose. So you're sitting, let's see, sitting back on your heels. That'd be good to stretch our calves or our quads a little bit after all of our courageous warriors. I saw a sign this week. You know, everybody's got signs in their yards right now, and it said, "Courage is contagious." I like that. We all need that right now, right? Especially with the election coming up. All right. Lay down on your mat, on your belly. Stretch your legs out long on the mat. Stretch each one out, lift it and stretch it back so that your toes are on the mat. Extend your hands behind you for locust pose. From your shoulders, lift first, and then you can lift your chest. So you can rise up from your starting with your shoulders, you can rise your chest up. And if you want to add your legs, if that doesn't pinch your back, feel free to lift your legs up and raise your arms beside you as well. You can kind of give your arms a little flutter here, a little up and down action. Come down. And clasp your hands behind your back. You can tell I did all this while I had sore shoulders, right? Lift your head a little bit. Again, start with your shoulders, lift your shoulders, let that lift the rest of your chest. And you can lift your hands off of your back. And if it feels good, you can lift your feet up as well. I don't know if this is called like bound locust or what, but I find it comfortable to stretch things out. And release. Come to seated. So we all have to have courage now. This is the abs section of the practice. So sit on your bum with your feet extended long out in front of you, knees up, and find your sitting bones. So kind of rock back and forth till you figure out where the kind of the road bump is on your journey there. And those are your sitting bones. So find that area and robot your arms and lean back. Just not too far, just so that you feel that your core is engaged. And on an exhale, turn to your left. And don't forget to breathe during this. On an exhale, come center. On an exhale, go to your right. And on an inhale, come to center. On an exhale, go to your left. Inhale to center. One more time. Exhale to your right. Inhale to center. Kind of work that out. Come back to sitting at your sitting bones. And let's see, arms back and robot arm again. Lift your feet and tap down the right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. And just keep going at your own pace. Well, I'm gonna do a few of these because I have to talk through all this. And release. Stretch your legs out long on the mat. And come to Baddha Konasana, which I'm going to call diamond pose, but it's also called butterfly pose. And to me, butterflies have courage and humility. They, they start with such humble beginnings, and they are such courageous travelers. Once starting as a caterpillar and then emerging as a butterfly, and the monarchs are coming through right now, and they are just so beautiful to watch. So you can take your diamond closer in if you like. I like mine extended further out, and then lean forward. Okay, come up, back to your back for another figure four. So these are great for your piriformis, which is always a tight spot for me. So you get to, as Mariana says, you get to deal with whatever it is I'm dealing with. So left foot crosses over right foot, right leg. So your left ankle is at your right knee, and you may need a strap for this. You might not, but bring your right leg towards you with the other one coming along for the ride. Grab behind your thigh, close up towards your knee. Bring your leg in as close as is comfortable for you, flexing both feet. Press your left elbow against your left thigh. And we started this one kind of gentle at the beginning of the practice, but we've been working our legs, so we can bring it a little closer in, stretch it a little further. Remember to maintain a low back curve as you do this. And if you need a little bit more, just move your legs a little bit over to the right. So towards the leg that you're pulling in towards you, move that one further out, just like an inch or two, nothing extreme. It just makes the stretch a little deeper. Release, switch sides. Right ankle at left knee, bring your left leg towards you. right elbow is against your right thigh, inner thigh. And bring your legs in towards you. And breathe. And flex your feet. Lots of rolls here. Again, if you want to take it a little further, just move it out a little bit to the left. Just an inch or so. You can go like an inch, give it a few seconds, then go another inch. And release. Let's see. All right, with your knees raised and your feet on the floor, I'm going to do my favorite quad stretch. Grab your left foot with your right hand and bring it towards your right butt cheek. Extend your knee out towards, let me do it the other way so you can see what I'm doing here. Extend your knee towards the front edge of your mat and your lower ribs also towards the mat to maintain your low back curve. And you should feel a good stretch along your quads and your hip flexor. If you want to take it a little further, take your opposite knee towards your chest. This probably looks like one of those ski accident poses. If we got like an aerial shot of this, I've not thought about how weird this one must look. And release. Switch feet. So your heel is towards your opposite butt cheek. Your knee is reaching down towards the front edge of the mat and towards the ground in general. It's probably not going to make it unless you're crazy flexible, have really open hips. And your lower ribs are reaching towards the mat to maintain your low back curve. Make sure your neck is not helping you do this pose. If you want to take it a little further, grab your opposite knee and bring it towards your chest. And release. Okay, this next one you might want a strap for. I tend not to use a strap with it, but feel free to do so if you like. We are going to stretch our hamstrings. Those are a tough spot to stretch out, and we're gonna hit them tonight. So feet on the floor with your knees pointing up. Extend your, I'm gonna start with this one, extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. Try to maintain your low back curve and grab behind your calf. Again, a strap might be helpful for this. And bring your leg a little bit towards you and push your calf against your hands against the calf or the strap. And release. Do it again, bring it towards you, and your foot is flexed for this. So you're pushing your calf against your hands against your calf. Release. Maybe bring it towards you a little bit closer this time. Again, kind of push and pull action going on here. Release. And each time, I don't know about you, but each time I'm able to bring my leg a little bit closer. So bring it closer and then do your push-pull action. And release. Whew. I should have done one of those feeling studies where we see how much longer that leg is compared to the, I guess we still can do that. So extend your legs out long on the mat and see how different they are. Mine are quite different at this point. All right, feet back on the floor, knees pointing up. Grab your other leg behind the calf. And with your hand or your strap, bring it towards you and then push your leg out against your hands. Your hands are pulling your leg in towards you. And release. Bring it a little closer this time. More of that pull push action. Release. Again, towards you, flexing the foot, pushing your leg against your hands, hands against your leg. Release. And one more time. See how much closer you are at this point. Hands against the leg, leg against the hands. And push. Release. Whew, I love that one. Let's see what else we have in store for you here. Okay. Knees pointing up at the ceiling again. And bring your feet to the edges of your mat so that your knees are up and your feet are out. You can tee your arms. We're just going to do a slow-mo windshield wiper. So bring your legs to the left, slowly. Slowly bring them back up. Go to the other side. Slowly up. And to the other side. Slowly up. To the other side. And on this side, pause. And your leg that is closest to the ground, if you want to extend the stretch a little bit, you can, so it's the one, for me, it's my right leg. It is the one that the other leg is on top of it. So you can place your ankle on top of the raised knee. I hope this is making sense. To add a little weight to bring your knee closer to the ground. Kind of extends the stretch a little bit and the twist. I feel this kind of at the top of my hip. Release that. Go back to the other side slowly. And do that same weighting where you're adding your foot onto your opposite knee to bring it closer to the ground. And if this is uncomfortable for you, you can skip it. Do what works for you. Find your groove. Raise up. And with your feet still at the edges of your mat, bring your knees in and kind of knock your knees together. Then extend your legs out long on the mat. Raise your left knee towards you, bring it in towards your chest, and cross it over your body. Extending your left arm out long in a T for a good long stretch. And twist. This has always been my favorite twist. When you've had enough of that side, come up and switch legs. But if you need to stay on that side longer, I completely understand. When you're ready, raise your opposite leg up towards your chest and bring it across your body. So your right arm is teed out. You can look over that arm. Release. Roll over onto your stomach for another quad stretch. So you're laying out with your hands on your forehead on your hands, on one hand, or on your block. And I've got a blanket close by. I'm grabbing my blanket and bring your left, bend your left leg, grab your ankle, and bring your heel towards your butt cheek. You should feel this in your quad. If it's hurting your knees at all, back off. Our new beginnings do not need to include injuries. And release. Switch feet. And grab your right ankle with your right hand, bringing your heel towards your butt. And kind of engage your core a little bit here. That extends the stretch more. And release. Come up and grab a block for supported bridge. So lay on the ground again with your knees up, your feet on the floor. Slide your block under your sacrum. You okay over there? Okay. Chaos going on over here. Okay, so robot your arms and snuggle your shoulders under you. Position your block on your sacrum. Mine is not quite where it needs to be. There we go. And breathe. If you'd like to extend your courageous warrior legs up to let some of that blood that we worked into our legs come back down into the rest of the body, feel free to do that. And you're welcome to stay in this or move to a supported fish, for which you will need 2 blocks. Set them up in a T. I like mine on the tall positions. They're fairly close together. Lay so the middle, kind of upper middle part of your back hits the edge of the first block, and then the second block, the taller of the 2 blocks, supports your head. Stretch our courageous warrior shoulders, our courageous butterfly wings. And you're welcome to stay here or remove the blocks out from under you for our final resting pose, Shavasana, which you are welcome to stay in supported fish for if you so choose. Otherwise, make yourself comfortable in whatever way you need to for Shavasana. We worked hard as courageous and humble warriors and butterflies today, and we made it through this new experience together. Let that courage and humility melt into joy as you relax in Shavasana. Relax your toes and your feet, your calves, your thighs, your torso, your shoulders, your neck, your head, your hands, your arms, your head, your ears, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, and relax your jaw and breathe. Return to your breath. Start wiggling your toes and fingers. Stretch out a little bit. When you're ready, roll to your favorite side. And take a moment there before you have to return to your day. When you're ready, press up into seated, extending your arms out beside you on the mat. With your arms out beside you on the mat, raise them up, gathering all the courageous and joyful energy in the room. Bring your hands together above your heart, above your head, and lower them to your heart center. Namaste. Thank you guys for taking this new beginning with me.